Good morning on this wonderful and great day as we speak on life, career, and purposes. This is an initiative aimed at the betterment of our society and our youth. I am Father Abraham. So today, what is really on my mind is more talking about the young child who's about to exit matric, who has no idea what the world has for them, the one who's confused, the one who has no direction, the one who hasn't had the decent and the greatest of career guidance in order to make a certain choice as to what they'd like to do with their lives. Then there are those fortunate souls who've had that extensive career guidance. I believe those ones are looking forward to an epic journey from school. They are looking forward to life, they're looking forward to what life can offer them and the different careers that have chosen in the studies that they do. Then you've got what we call is the lost. I call them the lost because those are the people, those are the young students whereby most of their skills and talent lie in more physical as opposed to intellectual. Those are the ones that society forgets to uplift and help in terms of making good decisions in terms of career guidance. So in essence, those ones feel like if they're not in varsity, they are not in any higher education, the future may not be as bright for them as the next child. Dear child, I'm here to tell you that that is not the truth. You may also have a bright future because not everything gets done on computers or in the office. Now that we have spoken about that, it's about the child who chooses the career. Dear child that is about to leave high school, what career have you chosen? What led you to choosing that specific career? Was it your personality? Was it a friend? Was it advice that you got from your parents, from teachers, or from the varsities that you spoke to? With regards to having made this choice, how have your parents received that choice? Do your parents support you? Do your parents understand the choice that you have made? Has it been something that you discussed prior with your parents in terms of going this different direction? Are you going at it in terms of the formal education? Are you going at it at short courses? Or are you going out there and saying, you know what, I'm going to find employment within this. I'm going to learn as I go. There's many things, options, we can say, not things, so options that you as a person has in terms of getting a great future for yourself. We do not all have to travel the same direction. As a parent, what discussions are you currently having with your child? How are the discussions coming through? What exactly is it that you're hearing from your child that makes you say, okay, that sounds like you've got something planned. It sounds like you've got a head on your shoulders that knows exactly where to go. Are you open to the discussions in terms of them choosing a career that you didn't even think they'd choose? Are you having more discussions in terms of your guidance, in terms of making sure that you are there for them, regardless of what they choose? Like we always say, we don't judge, we just listen. We only advise and guide. As a child growing up in this different revolution of technology, you need to understand that as parents, we come from a different era. We come from an era whereby if you chose to do music, for example, our parents shunned on that. They thought that music and the entertainment arts were more as a hobby. So they'll tell you, go and study something, study marketing, man, study engineering. Uzoyenza le nto le ye-SIT. But looking at where the arts are today, it is a time whereby you need to know as a parent and as a child, whatever career choice that you do or that you select, it does have a future. Every day people are watching movies. Every day people are listening to music. So why was it so taboo for us to choose that career? We've grown up. We are not looking at our past experiences. We're trying not to inflict what we've learned to our children. That is the ear that we need to use to listen to our children when they speak to us, especially about the choices that they make in terms of their careers. I've been in this journey now for over 3 years. Having looked at that, I've noticed that most of the career guidance in this country is stressed at the incorrect level of schooling. That is matric. So you get your grade 9 chat, that's about a day's communication to children that if you want to do this, take the subject stream, and that's it. But matric, you've got varsities that come through, that visit the schools, that give you pamphlet, that give you information, that this is what you can expect from this type of career. But this is where the challenge lies. If I, as a child, now want to choose a career whereby I want to do engineering, but unfortunately, I did not take the subjects that specify towards that, how do I go back 3 years into grade 10 and start all over again? Who was there in grade 10 that said, this is a career in cybersecurity. In order for you to get into cybersecurity, you actually need these subjects. Are we well equipped as parents coming from a different generation to tell children as to, if you go into IT, into this world, if you go into being into podcasts, if you go into being into social media management, if you're going to being a drone pilot, what exactly you need to study? Are we well equipped as parents to have the discussion with our children? Because this comes with evolving. So if you and parent are stuck on, you need to do marketing, you need to either ube doctor, pay. I'm not saying those skills are not needed, but I'm saying that, are you equipped to evolve with the world so that when you have that discussion with your child, you can give the best advice possible? I don't know everything. You may not know everything, So what else do you do to enable your child to get the best information and the best access to things that help them make a best future for themselves? We spoke to a couple of children, ones that are out of school right now that recently finished matric. They had a few words to say. It's something that I think we can always, be able to take to heart and see that we make sure we understand them and do better with the children that are following. Let's hear what they... Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Kateko Lishava. I'm a matrico from last year of 2024.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Katek. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions just so that we understand where you are. All right? Okay. So with you, currently now, is there anything that you're studying or you're looking towards studying?
I'm looking towards studying.
You're looking towards studying?
Yes.
Okay, but how are you finding it post-matric? How is life after matric?
It's like hard, like sometimes you miss school, it's boring to stay at home every day doing the same choice.
Okay, yeah. Yes. All right, no, I understand. But when you were at school, what did you have plans of what you wanted to do? Is a career idea that you actually have in mind?
Yes, I do. I was wanted to be a spa to massage people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's nice. So you're looking at being like a masseuse. So that's somatology, something that you study, somatology. Is that what you're looking to study?
Yes.
Okay, all right, great stuff. And then based on what made you choose that career?
Because it's my dream job. I'm talented at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you good with your hands.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. All right. And then into ingayibuza ukuthi esikolweni, do you think that you guys got enough career guidance from schools or from varsity azile for you to say it was enough for you to make a decision about this career or the next career? Was it enough, or there was more that you would have wanted to know?
Yeah, there was more I wanted to know about. It was about engineering. I wanted to be engineering, so now
it's okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So you wanted to know more about engineering.
Yes.
Okay, all right, awesome stuff. If you had an opportunity maybe to have a class every Saturday about people that can come and talk to you for career guidance, give you guys options and tell you what exactly what this career has in option, what does it entail, if I can put it that way, would it be something that you'd be interested in?
I'll be interested in it.
Okay, fantastic. And then I just wanted to find out, and have you ever heard of CATA?
No.
CATA, it's a career choosing platform that the government has. It's run by the Department of Education. You haven't heard of it before?
No.
Okay, so those are one of the platforms that people can go on to. Sometimes
Matriculate in 2024.
Awesome stuff. Matthew, man, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to be able to have a chat with you. All right, so like I said, my name is Father Abraham. That's what everybody calls me. So what we are basically doing is that we are trying to help younger people understand exactly what they went through in terms of high school and whether they were able to get the correct guidance. So I'm just going to give you a couple of questions. Tell me something, man. Currently, how are you finding a post-matric? How's life going so far?
Well, it's been great. I think everyone needs a short break after matric, just to sort themselves out, see what they have, what the future holds for them. And I think studying is the most important thing after matric. So I think when you have a set goal, and I think when you have maybe I'd say about 3 months or so, anything longer is, I would say, a bit overstep. But as long as you get that break just to decide what you need to do, it's good.
Okay, awesome. Now I hear you, like you're saying, you're talking about a break and everything, but when you're going through, let's say you're tracking in high school, was there a plan in terms of what you want to do, or what you still just trying to discover that?
I know there's some students in high school who, I would say they have a set goal, and they know what they want to become. And I mean, if you have the funds and everything to study, you can go for it. But I think there's others like myself. I'm speaking from experience. Who's not yet there. You select subjects in school, but you're not quite sure what you want to study. So I would suggest, this is just on my personal experience, maybe getting a temp job or internship or something.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
opportunities open, doors open. So
Okay, awesome. But now, even though, let's just say, based on the career guidance that you guys are receiving at school, would you say it's something that's adequate, or is it informative enough for you to maybe to go out and say, what, I think this would be the best option for me, or what type of career guidance would you be expecting from school?
I think from school, probably they would, if they have the right contacts. I mean, they could guide you to the right job maybe, or right situation to study in. But I would say, if you really want advice, like to go forward with a job or something, I would say look elsewhere from parents, maybe outside of school, because school is more based within like the school side. So I would say for career choices, I would say look elsewhere for
Look
me.
elsewhere. Okay, awesome. But like what you're saying now, in your opinion, what do you think that you would have wanted to know about being post school that you found out only now? What is it that you feel that it's something information that you could have learned at school?
I would say probably life outside of school, like just now it's time to make money, studying and
Yes.
things like that, and not everything is just laid for you like how it is in school. Outside of school, university, and everything, it's way different, which they
Okay.
do say. But I think in terms of when you have to get a job and things like
Yeah.
that, how to adapt to that kind of life, if it makes sense.
Okay, fantastic. All right. While you were in school, I know there's a couple of what do you call, how I can put this, like different companies that are running. There's a company called Keta. It is by our Department of Education. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
You have. All right. Have they spoken to you? Did they visit your school, or was it something you visited on your own accordance?
I know, actually they handed out flyers to our school.
To your school. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Matthew. All right, I really appreciate your time, and thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Pumelo Boshamane, 19 years of age. Yeah.
All right. So, Pamela, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have a chat with you, right?
Okay.
Yes. So, when we were chatting earlier on, you told me that you've just finished school.
Yeah, last
How are
year.
you last year?
Yeah.
Okay, but how are you finding it? Is this a gap year that you're taking, right?
Yeah.
Just to consider your options. And how has it been so far?
Honestly, it's been quite like a journey, I would say. But also it was just like self-development kind of like situation, because I took a gap year like intentionally.
Okay, yes.
Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in varsity next year, so I was just like, let me just take a pause. Like, let me just be honest with myself, because I did not want to be miserable in varsity. So I was just like, yeah, let me just like take a gap year, find myself, weigh my options, what I want to do. And yeah, so I've been finding it like quite good, but also it like gets quite lonely. So I'm like, you know what, let me just spend the time in solitude, because that's what I need.
Can I say this? Like things that you were looking forward to doing. Is there a specific career in mind that you would like to do though?
Well, to be honest, I was just like weighing my options, and also like last year when varsities opened, and people had to apply for their courses, 3
Yes.
options per varsity. I was just picking whatever I could take. So I had to be honest with myself, like, are these the things that you really want, or you just picking whatever is available to you? So like I would say law. I was kind of looking into law, commerce, yeah, like real estate as well. But now it's just like nah.
No.
Now
Oh,
I'm leaning more towards like IT, like data science, analytics, all of that, like programming.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. So what you're really talking about now is mostly these are careers that have only spawned in the last 10 years, most of them, right? And now you've just said to me that a lot was done, it went through your mind in terms of trying to see whether you could take this option. Would you
Yeah.
say that the career guidance done with you guys in high school is adequate enough to try and make those decisions, or you would want a little bit more information before even leaving school?
Well, to be honest, last year there was a career expo at the beginning of the year, which was like quite impactful with like the matrics, because we were given like pamphlets with like different institutions and all of that. But what I needed in high school was like people in like specified I would say industries. Maybe they come to like people who are actually like professionals come to school and tell us like how it actually is in that career, because you see like on the internet information about like doctors and lawyers and all of that, but I would have loved for them to like come to school and like actually like give us like guidance and like maybe like say for example they would do like a career day and like separate us into like different careers and like bring maybe a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, so that they can like kind of like give us the
The ins,
info, yeah,
basically.
the ins
All
and
right,
outs.
so that is what we are currently embarking on doing. Okay, so like
Mm-hmm.
I explained before, I run a company called The Capo, which,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, under it as the speaker and as the founder, I'm Father Abraham because of many sons, you know. So,
Okay.
yeah, but anyway, what we do is that basically we talk to young children and young people, most in high school, and
Yeah.
we do bring people that are in the industry, because I also believe that if you're talking to somebody that is a doctor daily, if you can put it that way, he can
Exactly.
exactly outline exactly what they go through, because I think it has a real impact on you choosing the career when you understand what the daily
Exactly. Yeah.
going about of that specific career are. Okay, so is this something that even now, if you were invited to something like this, would you be interested in joining
I
or going through?
would honestly, I would greatly appreciate it because, you know, ngesizulu they say indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. Like a
True,
person that already
yes.
knows, they would give you guidance and like teach you certain things. So I would be interested.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
thank you very much. I think that's it's something that we are all embarking on and making sure that kids actually get the opportunity to go through such
Yeah.
things, all right? Now, going forward though, I wanted to find out, do you know a company called Keta?
No.
You've never heard of it. All right. So Keta is basically does what you're asking for. It's a government initiative. They run on Instagram. I haven't seen their TikTok though, but I ask about it because it's what's supposed to be there for you guys to help you out.
Yeah.
So we are here trying to say, let us lend a helping hand towards government, towards different people, to say, let's help you, because those people are not reaching where they need to reach in terms of the
Right.
different schools. All right. I've only had one scholar that has told me that they actually know about it out of the different people I've spoken to. So I think their tentacles are not far enough. Yeah? All right. So Rola, thank you so much for your
Thank you for
time.
having
Okay,
me.
and we really appreciate chatting to you. Having listened to that, there's a lot of opinions that are going around from different children. And some do feel, as you can hear, some have different aspirations. Some don't know what they wanted to do. And that is okay. Also, talking to you as a child, it is okay to take a gap year. It is okay to get to know yourself, to be able to move forward better. A lot of the times, work, in the office, you'll get an email that says, tell us how you feel today. Mental health is actually what they're looking to see. What is happening in our company? How are people feeling each and every day? Because it has become apparent that mental health is a massive, massive problem in our country and the world alike. So if you're not happy, if your personality, if who you are does not resonate with the career that you've chosen, why are you there? So take your time, dear black child. Understand where you are, know where you want to go, get the correct guidance, talk to the right people, and you'll be able to move forward. As parents, as guiders of young people, we have a lot to learn. We need to equip ourselves. We need to read more. We need to be able to give answers that our children don't have. We need to be able to not be shy to say, "Yazi mntana mangazi." But what I'll do is, ngiyazi khona ubaba osebenza kuphi kuphi. Wenza lo msebenzi lo. I'll ask and I'll get back to you. Or in our office, there's a department that does XYZ. I will find out. Maybe I will get a day whereby they can allow you to come in and just observe. There was a major initiative of take a girl child to work. I think that was something that was great, but we forgot about the boy child. We forgot the effects that this has on the children that are not taken care of. Who are these children? The lost. I'm a physical person. I enjoy doing things with my hands. I can fix things. What advice are you giving me as a child? What are you telling me? What options do I have? I'm a person that likes beauty. I take good photos, What options do I have as a child in terms of that? So the lost are also our biggest gap that we have to curb as parents and teachers. We need to be able to hear them, to listen to them, to understand them. And as a parent, to be able to take a great step in assisting your child, this is about focusing on the little things. Pay attention to your child. Whether it's loud attention, meaning you're talking to them consistently, or you're from the shadows, you're just observing each and every day what your child does. Those little things, what they speak about, what they view on their cell phones, on TV, all of that will tell you the interests of where your child's interests lie. Use that to build that bridge and communicate with your children. Use that to be able to get ahead and say, I've noticed that you like watching this. Is this something that you would like to do? Yes, no. Have that discussion. Be open. Let's go forward. You look at different emerging countries whereby those are the countries that actually mold their children either during puberty or before puberty. That is a time when a child's mind is open to molding them into a great mindset, a positive mindset, a go-getter mindset, a self-starter mindset, a mindset of excellence is the key and is the standard. And then we build the habits. Because with that mindset, the habits will come easier. Parents, teachers, let's work better at being the leaders of our country. Hence, the children will always ask you, Mom, Dad, Tisher, Miss, Mrs., Sir, how do I get to this point? How do I manage this? Let's do it correctly. Let's do it to breed and raise a greater generation, a generation that will be able to take this world to a better place. Mbonge, udlamane.